Mineral resources of India. India has a rich tradition of mineral exploration. Innumerable old working mine dumps, slag heaps, etc. are the telltale signs of this glorious tradition. The main objective of learning this lesson is to know about distribution, depletion and conservation of mineral resources in India. In this lesson, following aspects have been highlighted. Introduction, spatial distribution of mineral resources of India, depletion of mineral resources, conservation of mineral resources, conclusion. Introduction. Mother Earth being a treasure of minerals, it is a prime duty of the mankind to preserve this natural source to ensure steady growth of the nation. Minerals are the bedrock of civilization and propel the growth of a nation. Minerals have shaped our civilization from the Stone Age to the modern information age. The liberalization of India's national mineral policy in 1993 paved the way for the entry of private entrepreneurs, including those from overseas, for carrying out mineral exploration. The database developed by GSI has been found very useful for taking investment decisions by the multinational companies. In the Indian context, major metallogenic episodes have taken place during Archean, Archean-Proterozoic transition and Proterozoic proper. Thus, large deposits of base metal and iron, manganese and chromium, etc. were formed in distinct episodes, mostly from Archean to Mesoproterozoic. Mineral resources means any mineral, element and rock that can be extracted from the ground and it has a potential value. Minerals are the main source of metals that are used vastly in industry, construction, etc. Due to uneven distribution of minerals in the earth's crust, no single country is completely self-sufficient in mineral supplies. For a long time, industrial societies depend on mineral resources. Spatial distribution of mineral resources of India. The distribution of mineral resources is uneven. The occurrences of mineral resources are associated with certain types of geological formation. Coal deposits are mostly associated with Gondwana system, Dharwar and Kadapa systems contain resources of major metallic minerals like copper, lead, zinc, etc. and major non-metallic minerals like limestone, dolomite, gypsum, calcium, sulphate, etc. are found in Kadapa and Upper Vindhyan system. If we look at the distribution in terms of region, then it has been found that much of the Peninsular region west of a line from Mangalore to Kanpur has very little mineral wealth. East of the line, which covers the state of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bihar and West Bengal, these states have the major reserve of metallic minerals like iron, bauxite, manganese, etc. and non-metallic minerals like coal, limestone, dolomite, gypsum, etc. Within Peninsular Plateau region of India, the following three mineral belts can be demarcated. The Northeastern Plateau. It covers Chota Nagpur Plateau, Orissa Plateau and Eastern Andhra Plateau. This belt contains rich deposits of variety of minerals, especially used for metallurgical industries. Prominent minerals that are large and widely distributed are iron ore, manganese, mica, bauxite, limestone, dolomite, etc. This region has rich deposits of coal along the river valleys of Damodar, Mahanadi, Son, etc. This region also have substantial amount of deposit of copper, uranium, thorium, phosphate, etc. Southwestern Plateaus. This region extends over Karnataka Plateau and adjoining Tamil Nadu Plateau and is rich in metallic minerals, particularly in iron ore, manganese and bauxite and in some non-metallic minerals. All the three gold mines of India are found in this region. However, coal is not found in this plateau region. Northwestern region. This belt extends from Gulf of Khambat in Gujarat to the Aravalli range in Rajasthan. Petroleum and natural gas are principal resources of this belt. Deposits of other minerals are small and scattered. However, it is known for reserves and production of several non-ferrous metals, particularly copper, silver, lead and zinc. Other regions. The Himalayan Belt is another mineral belt where copper, lead, zinc, cobalt and tungsten are known to occur. Mumbai High has rich oil resource in offshore areas. Upper Brahmaputra Valley is a significant petroleum producing area, whereas Kerala possesses enormous concentration of heavy mineral sands. Mineral resources can be characterized as rare, difficult to find, formed under uncommon conditions, limited or non-renewable. List of important minerals and their occurrence. Ferrous minerals account for about 3/4 of the total value of the production of metallic minerals. Iron ore is a basic mineral and the backbone of industrial development. Magnetite ore has a very high content of iron, up to 70%. Hematite ore from Bailadila mines are exported to Japan and South Korea via Visakhapatnam port. The Kudremukh mines located in Karnataka are a 100% export unit. Kudremukh deposits are known to be one of the largest in the world. This ore is transported from Kudremukh as slurry through a pipeline to a port near Mangalore. Iron ore from Goa are exported through Marmagaon port. Orissa is the largest producer of manganese ores in India. The Balaghat mines in Madhya Pradesh produce more than half of India's copper. Bauxite is formed by decomposition of rocks, leaving a residual mass of weathered material. Bauxite is a clay-like substance from which aluminium is obtained. Orissa is the largest bauxite producing state in India. Mica is a mineral made up of a series of plates or leaves. Mica sheets can be so thin that 1,000 can be layered into a sheet of a few centimeters high. Jharkhand is the leading producer of mica. Limestone is the basic raw material for the cement industry and essential for smelting iron ore in the blast furnace. Mining activity is often called a killer industry due to high risks involved. Mineral fuels. Coal. In India, coal is the primary source of commercial energy. It is used as fuel in industries, thermal power stations and also for domestic purposes in some parts of the country. It is also used as raw material in chemical and fertilizer industries. At one time, Indian Railways were the largest consumer of coal. Since they have switched on to the use of diesel and electricity, they are no more the direct consumers of coal. As per the assessment, the total coal reserves of the country stand at 24,785 billion tons. Distribution. Coal in India occurs in two important types of coal fields. They are the Gondwana coal fields and tertiary coal fields. Out of the total coal reserves and production in India, Gondwana coal fields contribute 98% and the rest 2% is produced by tertiary coal fields. The Gondwana coal fields are located in the sedimentary rock system of the lower Gondwana age. They are distributed chiefly in the river valleys of the Damodar, the Son, the Mahanadi, the Godavari and the Vardha. Tertiary coal fields occur in the extra-peninsular area which include Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and Sikkim. Jharkhand ranks highest in the production as well as reserves of coal in India. The coal deposits of Jharkhand mainly occur in Dhanbad, Hazaribagh and Palamu district. In Dhanbad district, the most important coal fields of Jharia and Chandrapur are located. The oldest coal field of Raniganj is situated in West Bengal. It is the second largest coal field in India. Raniganj coal field stretches over Burdwar and Purulia districts. In comparison to India's coal reserves, lignite reserves are relatively modest. The bulk of lignite reserves are located in and around Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. Significant lignite reserves are found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Pondicherry and Jammu and Kashmir. Petroleum. Petroleum has often been called liquid gold because of its value in our modern civilization. Our agriculture industry and transport system depend on petroleum in several ways. The crude petroleum is a mixture of combustible hydrocarbons in solid, liquid and gaseous forms. Petroleum products used as fuel, lubricant material for manufacturing synthetic derivatives and chemicals required in industries. Petrol, kerosene, diesel, detergents, synthetic fibers, plastics, cosmetics, etc. are important products derived from petroleum. Distribution. Petroleum occurs in anticlines and fault traps. In India, it is found in the sedimentary rock formation. Most of such areas lie in the Assam, Gujarat and offshore areas along the western coast. Madhya Pradesh possesses 36% of the total reserves. Other major producing states are Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh, Orissa, Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. The remaining part comes from Assam, Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala and Meghalaya. Oil refineries in India. The crude petroleum taken from oil fields needs to be refined before it can be used. Oil refining is really a big chemical engineering industry involving complicated process. Presently, there are 17 oil refineries in India under public sector and one in private sector which belongs to Reliance Industries Limited. Natural gas. Natural gas is emerging as an important source of commercial energy. Most of the time, it is found in association with petroleum. The recoverable resources of natural gas is estimated at 638 billion cubic meters. But this quantity will increase as more and more reserves are discovered at eastern coast, namely Krishna, Godavari and Mahanadi basins. Production of natural gas in 2010-11 was about 40 billion cubic meters. Gas Authority of India was established in the year 1984 with an aim for processing, transporting, distributing and marketing of natural gas. The company owns and operates a network of over 5,340 kilometers of natural gas pipeline in the country. Atomic minerals. Atomic energy can be produced by fission or fusion of the atoms or rather the nuclear parts of radioactive minerals like uranium, thorium and radium. India possesses the world's largest reserves of monazite, the principal source of thorium and some reserves of uranium. Uranium. In India, uranium is embedded in the igneous and metamorphic rocks in Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh and some parts of Himalaya. A substantial source of uranium deposits is also found in the monazite sands along the Kerala coasts. The production of uranium at present is confined to the mines of Jadugudda in Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. The total reserves of uranium in the country are enough to support 5,000 to 10,000 megawatt of electricity generating capacity. Thorium. Thorium is principally obtained from monazite. The beach sands of Kerala in Palghat and Quilon district contain the world's richest monazite deposits. It also occurs on the sands of Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Distribution of some important metallic minerals. In India, mineral resources are very unevenly distributed. Most of the mineral resources are found in the ancient crystalline rocks of the Deccan and Chotanagpur Plateau. Some minerals are found in the Himalayan region, although they are very difficult to exploit. Ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals are those which contain iron in substantial quantity. Ferrous minerals accounts for about 3/4 of the total value of the production of metallic minerals. They constitute the most important mineral group after fuel minerals. They include iron, manganese, chromite, pyrite, etc. These minerals provide a strong base for the development of metallurgical industries, particularly iron, steel and alloys. Iron ore. India is one of the few countries of the world which is endowed with vast reserves of good quality of iron ore. India possesses over 20% of the world's total reserves. The quality of Indian ore is very high with iron content of above 60%. Most of iron ore found in the country is of three types: hematite, magnetite and limonite. Hematite ore contains up to 68% of iron. Next to hematite in quantity and richness is the magnetite ore. It contains up to 60% of the iron. Limonite is the third type of ore which has iron content of 35 to 50%. The total estimated reserves of iron ore in the country are placed at about 12,857 million tons, of which 12,317 million tons are hematite ore and about 540 million tons of magnetite ore. This is roughly about 1/4 of the world's reserves. Distribution. Iron ore deposits are found practically in every state of India. However, 96% of the total reserves are in Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Goa. About 3% of the country's total production comes from Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. Orissa and Jharkhand together possesses about 50% of India's reserves of high grade iron ore. The principal deposits are located in Sundargarh, Mayurbhanj and Keonjhar districts of Orissa and Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh contributed about 25% of country's total iron ore reserves and about 20 to 25% of country's production of iron ore. Goa possesses good quality ore. In Karnataka, the most important deposits are found in Sandur Hospet area of Bellary district, Baba Budan Hills of Chikmagalur district, in Shivamogga and Chitradurga districts. Iron ore deposits of Andhra Pradesh are scattered in the Anantapur, Khammam, Krishna, Kurnool, Kadapa and Nellore districts. Some deposits are also located in the states of Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. India contributes about 7 to 8% of the total world trade. Manganese ore. India ranks third in the production of manganese ore in the world, next only to Russia and South Africa. About 1/4 of the total production of India is exported. Manganese ore forms an important ingredient in the manufacture of iron and steel. It is also used in manufacture of dry batteries, in photography, leather and match industries. About 85% of total manganese consumption in India is used by metallurgical industries. Distribution. The important areas of production are in Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Over 78% of total reserves of manganese ore of India occur in a belt stretching from Nagpur and Bandara districts of Maharashtra to Balaghat and Chinwada district of Madhya Pradesh. But these two states contribute only 12 and 14% of total production respectively. The remaining 22% of reserves are distributed in Orissa, Karnataka, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Goa and Andhra Pradesh. Orissa tops in the production of manganese, accounting for 37% of the total production of the country. Its reserves are only 12% of total reserves of India. The important mining districts are Sundargarh, Raigad, Bolangir, Keonjhar, Jaipur and Mayurbhanj. In Karnataka, the deposits are located in the districts of Shivamogga, Chitradurga, Tumkur and Bellary. Andhra Pradesh is a significant producer of manganese ore, contributing about 8% of India's total production. Non-ferrous metallic minerals. Non-ferrous minerals are those which do not contain iron. They include gold, silver, copper, tin, lead and zinc. These metallic minerals are highly important in day-to-day life. However, India is very poor and deficient in all of these minerals. Bauxite. Bauxite is a non-ferrous metallic mineral. It is the ore from which aluminium metal is produced. India's reserves of bauxite are sufficient to keep the country self-reliant. Aluminium extracted from the ore is used in making aeroplanes, electrical appliances, household fittings, utensils, etc. Bauxite is also used for manufacturing of white color cement and certain chemicals. India's reserves of bauxite of all grades have been estimated at 3037 million tons. Distribution. Bauxite has a wide occurrence in the country. Major reserves occur in Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Goa and Uttar Pradesh. Jharkhand accounts for 13% of India's total reserves and 37% of the country's total production. The important deposits are located in Palamu, Ranchi and Lohardaga districts. Gujarat contributes 12% to the total production and equal percentage to the total reserves of the country. The deposits are found in the Bhavnagar, Junagadh and Amreli districts. Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh accounts for 22% of the total reserves of the country and 25% of the total production. Maharashtra accounts for a relatively large production of the country, 18% of the total, but possesses the second largest bauxite reserves consisting of 22% of the country's total reserves. In Karnataka, the bauxite occur in the northwestern parts of Belgaum district. Huge deposits of bauxite have been discovered in the eastern Ghats in Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. Salem, Nilgiri and Madurai district of Tamil Nadu and Banda district of Uttar Pradesh also have workable deposits of bauxite. India exports bauxite to a number of countries. The leading importer of Indian bauxite is Italy, followed by the UK, West Germany and Japan. Non-metallic minerals. A large number of non-metallic minerals are found in India, but only a few of these are commercially important. They are limestone, dolomite, mica, kyanite, sillimanite, gypsum and phosphate. These minerals are used in variety of industries such as cement, fertilizers, refractories and electrical goods. Mica. India is the leading producer in sheet mica. It was one of the indispensable minerals used in electrical and electronic industries till recently. However, its synthetic substitute has reduced our exports as well as production considerably. Distribution. Although mica is widely distributed, but workable deposits occur in three principal belts. They are in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar and Rajasthan. Bihar and Jharkhand produces the high quality ruby mica. Outside this main belt, mica occurs in Dhanbad, Palamu, Ranchi and Singhbhum districts. The state supplies more than 80% of the India's output. In Andhra Pradesh, mica is found in a belt in Nellore district. Rajasthan is the third largest mica producing state. The mica bearing zone covers the districts of Jaipur, Udaipur, Bhilwara, Ajmer and Krishngarh. Besides these three belts, some deposits occur in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. Mica mining in India was mainly done for export. The principal importing country was the USA, which took about 50% of the exports. Limestone. Limestone is used in a wide range of industries. 76% of the country's total consumption is used in cement industry, 16% in iron and steel industry and 4% in chemical industry. The remaining 4% is used by sugar, paper, fertilizers and ferromanganese industries. Limestone with high silica content is preferred in cement industry. Depletion of mineral resources. Due to the excessive exploitation, many minerals are going to be depleted in near future. So, it calls for conservation and judicious utilization. Ecological problems. Mineral extraction has led to serious environmental problems. Rapidly growing mining activity has rendered large agricultural tracts almost useless. Natural vegetation has been removed from vast tracts. Such areas suffer from frequent floods, and for want of proper drainage, they have become breeding grounds for mosquitoes spreading malaria with vengeance. In hilly mining areas, landslides are a common phenomenon taking toll of life, cattle and property. In many mines, miners have to work under most hazardous conditions. Hundreds of lives are lost each year by fire in coal mines and due to occasional flooding, etc. Occurrence of poisonous gas in pockets of mines is a great enemy of miners. Pollution. Many mineral producing areas lead to air and water pollution in the surrounding region, which in turn lead to various health hazards. Social problems. New discoveries of minerals often lead to displacement of people. As many tribal areas are rich in minerals, the tribal people are most affected. Industrialization of such areas has badly shattered their economy, values and lifestyle. Conservation of mineral resources. It becomes essential that the mineral resources should be judiciously used by the present generation to ensure our source base for future generations. The strategy for resource conservation include reclamation. Effort should be made to reclaim various minerals as much as possible. This can be done by using latest technology. Remote sensing satellite has rendered a great help in identifying mineral resources. Recycling. It means reuse of waste in a production process. Example, the waste papers, rags, used bottles, tins, plastic waste material can all be recycled to produce paper, newsprint, plastic glasswares, packing tin materials, etc. This process saves consumption of water and electricity considerably. Such steps can help to prolong the life of our depleted forest wealth. Post-consumption. Recycling scrap iron from old machinery, automobile, industrial equipment which is added to the charge and becomes cast iron or steel, which is then shaped into a new consumer product. Substitution. Due to advancement of technology and new needs have led to many changes in the use of minerals. Products of petrochemical industry have replaced traditional brass or clay jars. Plastics now compete with copper for uses such as piping and with steel in car bodies. More efficient use. It also helps in conserving mineral resources for long. Today, mineral resources are used more efficiently. For example, engineering and construction processes which make automobile more energy efficient and aerodynamic. The alternative energy sources like solar power, wind, wave, geothermal energy are inexhaustible resource. These should be developed to replace the exhaustible resources. In case of metallic minerals, use of scrap metals will enable recycling of metals. Use of scrap is especially significant in metals like copper, lead and zinc, in which India's reserves are low. Export of strategic and scarce mineral must be reduced so that the existing reserves may be used for a longer period. Conclusion. Minerals play an important role in the industrial development of a nation. They provide the industrial raw materials and fuel. India's position is not satisfactory in the reserves as well as production of petroleum. Assam Belt and Gujarat Cambay and Bombay High Belt are the two important petroleum producing regions in India. Uranium and thorium are the two important atomic minerals in India. The major problems faced by mineral resources are depletion of mineral resources, ecological problems, pollution and social problems. Various methods are adopted for conservation of mineral resources. The measures are reclamation, recycling, substitution and more efficient uses. If we look at individual minerals in terms of value, then coal 36.65%, followed by petroleum 25.48%, natural gas 12.02%, iron ore 7.27%, lignite 2.65%, limestone 2.15% and chromite 1.1% are the few minerals that contributes more than 1% each of the total value of all minerals produced in the country. Thank you.